Another video in response to a question from a user which we thought was of wider interest, and that was whether calculated columns can themselves refer to other calculated columns. So just as a very quick bit of background, calculated columns in AdapTable are columns which the user creates. They're not in the underlying data source. They can be created either at design time or runtime, and they have the value they show is a calculation based on other columns in the row, or indeed they can actually be a bit more complicated. They can be aggregations, or you can have cumulative and quantiles. So essentially, when you create a calculated column, you provide an expression like here. AdaptableQL, our native query language, evaluates the expression and then it returns the value in the grid. And then that column is treated like any other column. And the question is, can you have one calculated column that references another? And you can, and I'll show you now. It's probably easier to show you than to describe it. So actually, let's first just add a calculated column button, because we'll be creating a few. So we're going to create a module button for calculated column. And the first calculated column we'll create will multiply GitHub stars by 2. So we create a new column. Let's just call it double. And we'll say it's GitHub stars times by 2. And then let's just make it resizable, because we might want to use it later. Oops. Let's make it resizable. It knows it's a number. We don't have to worry about the width. And we've created our first one. Now we're going to create a second one. And this one, let's call it 20. And this one is going to be the new column we created, double, which is here, times by 10. So we're referencing that one here. Again, if you want to, you can use aggregated queries, cumulative queries. There's a huge range of different expression functions you can use in your expression for your calculated column if you need, but we're keeping this very simple. It's just literally double times 10. And again, let's make it resizable and let's finish. And now in fact, let's create a third one, which is those two added together. So we will call this one total, and this time it's going to be double plus 20. And again, let's make it resizable. So now if I go into my layout, let's edit the layout. Let's look at our columns. Let's make double, 20 and total all visible. And in fact, let's just move them all. So there's total. There's 20. And there's double. So there we can see them now, total, 20, double. And then the moment of truth, if I now edit one of these, so if I make times that by 10, hopefully we should see all the other three move. Yes, they do. And if I just do a simple one, so if I make this value 20, then we should get 40, we should get 400, and we should get 440. And indeed we do. So there we are. We've created 3 calculated columns, 2 of which refer to other calculated columns. And of course, there's no limit on the number of calculated columns that can refer to other. And needless to say, you can provide much more complicated expressions than I've done in this very trivial example. But I hope that answers our user's question, and I hope it was of wider interest if you're thinking of using AdapTable. And if you are, do please get in touch. We'll be delighted to give you a personalized one-to-one demo, or indeed a free, no obligation trial license. Thank you for watching.